Hello. Okay, I'm immediately live and shaking the camera. Just making sure that I could get the camera steady so that I'm not wrecking it all the time. There we go. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a couple of folks to join me. And I know if you're watching the replay, you're just going to have to listen to me blather for a wee minute or two. You can skip forward if you want to. Hello, Sandra. Welcome. How's it going? How has your weekend been? How's Daisy? Daisy is the cutest dog ever, guys. Oh my gosh. Sandra, please share pictures of Daisy on the wall. Thank you. Hello, Facebook user. Let me just check and open Facebook in this other window to see who's talking to me. Facebook. Oh, move that pen out of the way. Don't want to ruin my lovely jumper. Where are we? Oh no, I can't. I thought I could just be smart and copy and paste, but I cannot. Oh, Daisy. What kind of dog is she, Sandra? Because she is absolutely gorgeous. What do we call this group? Craft Cafe? Why can't I find anything right now? Oh my gosh, this is the... Oh, on mobile, that's why. Hey, Stacey. Thanks, Sandra. I'm still struggling to find this flipping group. God damn it. She's a pit bull. Yeah, she's gorgeous. There we go. Yay, Stacey, you made it. How's the weather in California? Is it beautiful? We've got 4 folks watching. Brilliant. 6. Woohoo. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Oh, I drew all over my hand already. God damn it. The black spot. Can anybody remember, does the black spot, the pirate thing, have to be on the center of your hand, or just does the side count as well? I think it could be anywhere, can't it? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, if you're watching, please say hello. I love chatting to you. And the poll this week was just what did I say? I asked if folks wanted to feel more confident or just more positive in general. And I included the confidence thing because it was the main issue we were seeing and dealing with in the challenge last week was confidence and self-worth. So I really wanted to include that, but y'all chose the feeling more positive in general. However, this will also help you to build your confidence, which is really important. Oh my goodness, 10 people are watching already. Holy smokes. Your internet is spotty. Okay, no problem. Hey, Yulita, hello. I actually got a friend request from one of your friends, and I just wanted to check, does she speak English? I will talk to you in a minute. So yes, tonight's project is going to help you with feelings of self-worth, self-confidence, just self-compassion in general. I kind of wanted to address something that has happened here in the UK over this past week. So at the start of March, a 33-year-old woman went missing. And last week, over the past week, her remains have been found and a police officer has been charged with her murder. And I know that that has brought a lot of women sharing their experiences with sexual assault online. And I just want to reiterate, if you have experienced that, number one, you are not alone at all. Number two, you do not need to feel any shame regarding that at all, because it's not yours to carry, okay? It's theirs. Even if they don't have it, it's still theirs. They may not see that flipping big boulder attached to them, but it is theirs and it is not yours. And you don't need to be ashamed, because really, I honestly don't know a woman who does not have experience with sexual assault. I have my own stories, but I won't share them now because we're going over YouTube and stuff, and I wouldn't want to get done for libel or anything like that. But I am happy to talk to anybody if they would like to talk about their own experiences. I'm happy to share mine, in a chat or whatever. And just it's really important that you know that There's support out there for you. Many, many women have experienced this. Many men have also experienced this. It is not gender specific, but I know that women, we are victimized at a higher rate. But even if you have been victimized in the past, you can become a survivor and be a survivor. And I just really needed you all to know that you are loved and you are safe here, and you don't, like, if you are holding shame in your heart from that, just let it go. It's like you're holding a massive box that is not yours to carry. So please just open your arms and let it fall, okay? Tonight, we have got a good project, which I'm actually quite excited about. You're going to need a jar and some colored paper. This is my gratitude jar. I have actually just filled this today, so I'm feeling pretty great. I've been doing this all day. So I started using Post-its, and these are color coded, and they are color coded by Color Psychology. Okay, and I am going to upload like an image / cheat sheet of the most common emotions that are attributed to colors in the Western world. So for orange, oh, what are the examples for orange? I know that because it is like a mixture of the power and the passion from red, and like the excitement and joy of yellow, it can represent like being confident, it can represent being energized, it can represent like being innovative or being really friendly and like open and like warm. Yeah, orange. So what's this? Okay, so I'm really grateful for the enthusiasm of my challengers last week. This is a great little jar to just dig into anytime you need a good dose of gratitude in your life. So this blue one, I am incredibly grateful for my loyal friends. So we are going to use the color psychology that I shared in session 2. And we will, even if you spend one day, or not one day, one every day, one of these every day, just a tiny piece of paper, and just say, I am grateful for, roll it up and stick it in your jar. And then you can dip into that jar anytime you need to feel a specific feeling. And having this like imagey cheat sheet is going to be really helpful as well. So you can literally just pick a color any day and write down what you're grateful for regarding that. And I ended up, because I only had so many Post-its and stuff. Hey, Wendy, Texas is in the house. So I had these wee papers. This is like a binder that I ordered off eBay, and it has like these kind of crappy quality papers. I was hoping it would be better quality, but it don't matter. I wanted to paint the outside for the color psychology thing. Then I was cutting them up into little squares. Let me see. I feel like I'm in Blue Peter this week. Guys in America are not going to know what Blue Peter is, but let's just say, here's one I made earlier. So I painted the sheets, and then I cut them into 4 little squares, and I am just storing them in this box, so you can kind of see the way I've stored them. So I will be able to, whenever I am wanting to do, so I explained last week that whenever I'm feeling crap, or I am kind of spiraling a wee bit, I will create an emergency gratitude list. And then an excellent thing to do is transfer that list into one of these color coded sheets, roll it up, and stick it in your jar, so that whenever you need to, you can literally just give yourself a reminder of just the wonderful good things in life. So I'm really grateful that my home brings me joy, because green is associated with healing and harmony, and it's the most relaxing color to the eye. And let me see, just a couple of examples. So I'm going to be like, this is going to be really quick tonight. I'll do a quick run through of the colors and stuff and what they can represent. So white represents like simplicity and cleanliness and purity and, oh my goodness, like freshness. Excuse me, what? Scratch me back like a flipping cat or a dog. So I am grateful for essentialism and the fact that I am working on it. So essentialism is basically kind of applying simplicity to your life and like achieving more by doing less. So I'm reading books about it, and I'm really working on it, and I'm grateful that I discovered it, because things just seem so much easier. Like, we overcomplicate things as humans so very much. And then these were little tiny ones until I went for the big ones. So I'm really grateful for the incredible love that I receive. So yeah, I've been writing these down all day, so I'm feeling class. But it really is easy to just flip paint, grab your watercolors, and paint a piece of paper like this. Now, what will we do? Will I do acrylic or watercolor? What do you think will be quickest? What do I need more of? I need more blue, I think. Are they all green? What colors have I missed? I've got black. Overcomplicating things. Yep. Brown. I haven't done brown. Ew, what a gross color. But it kind of, brown can represent like seriousness, earthiness, reliability, authenticity, warmth, support. So I am just gonna, oh no. So this is a Mermaid marker by Davenport. I have never used this one before, because I do not really use brown in my artwork. But it's important to include all the colors and like what they represent. So I would represent brown most with like earthiness and my garden. And it can also be related highly to orange, like with that warmth. It could be reminiscent of something supportive. You got to watch out for these Jane Davenport Mermaid markers in particular, because they're alcohol ink. So they will get under your nails and they will stain. I was an absolute mess earlier. So I'm going to let that over to the side to dry. Oh, farts. Actually, I'll put it on the radio. Make it dry faster. And I had to put this mat down because, like, in our very first session, I completely painted all over the table and it swore terribly. So I did this blue one earlier. I'm just going to cut. With these colors, I only paint one side, and then I write on the white part and roll it up so that the blue is going to be visible whenever I need to dig into the jar. And this really is something very simple we can do to use color psychology to our advantage. And if you struggle with your mental health, you're also creative, you are probably very likely to be very receptive to this kind of therapy. And it is very much worth doing. So let me see. Somebody tell me, what does blue like represent for you? I'll do a purple one as well. So blue would make me think of calm, serenity. What else? Like dependability. Serenity mostly because of meditation, and it's kind of my go-to color whenever I am trying to relax through meditation. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my ability to access the feeling of serenity. Oh, farts, I need a bigger bit of paper. Through meditation. Cold, calm. Blue is calm and cold. It can be cold. It's very important to point out as well that our relationship with color is highly subjective, and it is highly personal to your experiences in your life. And I have trotted out this example many times, but like I am a bit PTSD with the like emerald green color, or more of a bottle emerald green. I really can't stand it because that was the color of my school uniform, and I just have a lot of trauma related to that. So it truly is highly dependent on your culture. It is highly dependent on your experiences in life, and it is very important to be mindful of those things. So what would you associate the color purple with? I would associate it with royalty. I don't have any gratefulness towards royalty. What else? Like wealth, spirituality, magicians. Why am I? Oh, they're robes. Like, why did magicians come into my head? So what am I grateful for relating to purple? Yeah, absolutely flipping hate green. I am grateful for, well, a specific color of green. I really like the color of grass, for instance, and like a lime green and a mint. It's just a very specific shade of green that I just get slight terror over. Quite like this shade here, except this one's metallic, so it's slightly different. What are we at with purple now? I'm grateful that everybody tells me how wise I am. My granny's always, how'd you get so wise? Everyone. So this project is really quick. I will show you my face in a wee second, and we will go through the colors, and I will upload this cheat sheet for you so you can go ahead and start doing your own. I really want this to be a fun, creative process that you enjoy. And you can fold these, you can roll them, you can do whatever you want. I just rolled them up for the crack mostly. Actually, I need to add a lot of purple in there. There's no purple in there. I'll start working on the purples. And so with this cheat sheet that I have got here, I'm including black as well, because black can be associated with many things like wisdom, being like sophisticated and fancy, authoritative. There are many things that we can associate with color. And as we look at these colorful notes, we are strengthening our bond with our association with that color. So if yellow makes you feel happy, and you keep writing like things that make you happy, things that make you feel creative and like friendliness or optimistic, whenever you keep reading them, you are strengthening that bond in your brain, and it has very positive therapeutic effects on you. Oh, it's mostly saying the same, sorry. So it's really important that if you find that you are influenced by color, and a lot of creative people are, not everyone is, but a lot of creative people are, it's really important that you use it to your advantage. Like, you now know that these colors can evoke certain emotions in us. For example, red brings out a physiological response. It can raise our blood pressure. It can affect our heart rate. Like, it really can physically affect us. So colors are very, very important in our world, and I find to be an excellent therapeutic tool for myself. I really love yellow, and I've pointed this out as well many times. You don't want too much yellow because that can make you really agitated. I remember I got, like, IKEA came out with like the most beautiful like bright yellow polka dot like this bedding, but I swear to God, trying to get to sleep that night, no, absolutely not. There was no chance. I was wide awake because there was so much yellow and I was so agitated. So that was kind of whenever I realized, I was like, color affects things. Okay. So that is why people, like interior designers and stuff say you should use blues for a bedroom or blues in a bathroom. And it's all to do with color psychology. And pretty much every brand in the known universe has used marketing color psychology in their logos, in their branding. Like, it really does impact us more than we know. It gets used in supermarkets all the time. Like, red and yellow, they heighten our senses and our alertness, so we are more drawn to the aisles with all the crap that they just want you to buy. And I think that it's really important that we know that as consumers as well. So we're less like, oh yeah, okay, I don't actually need this thing, I'm going to pass for now. So what's your favorite color, Yulita? Just randomly picking a name. And you, Stacey, if you're still with us, give us a go on your favorite color. I honestly think my favorite color is pink first. And then I know that I have my color palette of yellow, blue, and pink, but I think pink is my absolute favorite. And pink is closely associated with romance, childishness, which is true because I don't really take life too seriously until I need to. Being creative. Did I say love? I said romance, but love, compassion, caring. And I think all of those quite adequately describe the good parts of my personality. Green, lime, and mint. Yeah, that is a good color. I like those shades of green. That I know that green is very associated with healing and nature, growth, freshness. I'm just thinking of grass. Hope. It's a very hopeful color as well. It's the most relaxing to the eyes. And it's brilliant for like decorating if you want to be relaxed and calm. And do you like, how well have you considered color when decorating your rooms, like your bedrooms and stuff? Because if you have got red in your bedroom, while it's a very passionate color, it can also, because of that agitation I was telling you earlier, it can also lead to a lot of anger issues. And yellow as well can also bring out anger in people because they're just so agitated by it. There have been scientific studies after a school painted their walls yellow, and the kids just lost their friggin' minds and were just unruly the entire time, and it was because they painted the walls yellow. Absolutely mad. Turquoise, yeah, absolutely love turquoise. It's a beautiful mix of like blue, green, and yellow. It's a very harmonious shade, I think. Lots. Oh, what are you saying? Lots. Oh, purple. Yeah, purple's good. I think I would most associate it with royalty because it was the color that royals would have, because it didn't like come naturally and you had to mix certain pigments and stuff. So that's why all the robes were purple. I just had a wee electric blanket on. I was just turning it off. Do you have any questions for me regarding color psychology? Because it is probably the thing that we ended up talking about most in our challenge. And I know that lots of folks were really interested in learning a bit more about it. I am open for questions. I am open for questions on the things that you could do in your life to cultivate certain emotions and feelings. And it is to do with like decorating in a certain way, keeping your space clear. Like, so if you've got a white desk, just keep it clear of clutter and it will evoke that calm, that simplicity. You will feel fresh and pure and kind of ready to attack the world, which is when my 15-second cleanup trick comes in handy. I am going to continue to fill my jar. I'm going to print myself a wee label for it in my pulley printer. If I can remember. Oh no, I've charged it. I'm going to put things away. Oh, Yulita, I brought my my bullet journal up just to show you, like, wasn't telling you lies whenever I said that it's always color coded. So my list's color coded every day, every single day. And it is the way I stay as organized as I do. Color coding. Always. The colors I choose to wear. Exactly. The colors you choose to wear and choose to look at are really important. I don't really look at myself that much, but I don't wear black for that specific reason. I really try to wear light shades and colors and patterns and things like that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The colors you choose to wear make a real difference. Yeah. Let me see. Just want to double check if there are any other comments that I have been missing. Oh goodness, some folks have just asked to join the group and come in. So whenever it comes to, where are you now? I've been working on cleaning up my craft room. Brilliant. 4 pages, that's good going. Oh, to feel comforted. See, you're gonna laugh, but I was an accidental goth. I didn't mean to. I was really into heavy metal music, and I actually wore black because it was slimming. And like I read somewhere that it made you look smaller, and I've told you before, I am 6 foot tall. I have been this height since I was 14 years old, and I have always felt like I was built like a shed. So anything that would make me look less obvious in the world, I just wanted to shrink and be smaller. So I wore a lot of black to try and be slimming, but it wasn't good for my mental health. And just I like wearing light shades and being brighter, and while I can't wear bright yellow and stuff like that, I would absolutely love to be able to. Or mustard is a beautiful shade, but I just cannot pull it off. Or olive green just makes under my eyes look. So I think in the first, maybe the second session, whenever we did the color therapy, oh, I know what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you pages that I found, and I realized that I had been saving them to make into a journal. And I can tell you, Wendy, I swear to God, yeah, someone said it like, yeah, it was a teacher actually was pointing out, like, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're a goth, and pointed to me, and I was like, what are you talking about? So I can tell you every emotion I was trying to evoke or feel or do in this little book that I haven't bound yet, but I'll go this way. So this color, that will be a mixture of love and compassion and wanting to feel strong and brave. This one was wanting to feel love. Wanting to feel love, needing to be more compassionate to myself, just cultivating calmness through these shades and the exercise. This is my color meditation exercise, which I covered in the first or second session. So just a brief overview, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Whenever I meditate, I imagine like the most beautiful, colorful smoke wisping through the air. It goes in my nose really slowly, fills my entire body, and as it goes through my body, it picks up negative energy, negative thoughts, negative feelings, and it changes color. And then whenever I'm ready to exhale, I breathe out the other color. So I breathe in the pale blue, and then I breathe out the purple. This was me wanting to feel more calmness and more serenity. This one would be a color psychology thing, or color meditation, where I am breathing in the calmness and I am transforming all the negativity into love and compassion and forgiveness. Again, color meditation. This is just me wanting to relax, and I just love these colors the most. This one ended up like it's blue, purple, and then turned into green because it was the me breathing in the blue, exhaling the purple, and then it transforming into the healing shades of green. This one, it's actually another, it's like a, okay, so I did this one first, and then I did this over the top because I had too much water on the page. So this one was me wanting to evoke more like passion and fieriness within myself. And just the same with this, only slightly more muted. It was an accidental page, but I liked the effect that came out. This one, again, it's me wanting to cultivate feelings of love, self-compassion, and then the purple is associated with becoming stronger and developing strength so I can overcome whatever the heck is coming my way. The pink is for love and compassion and friendliness, and it settles me. And then the green is for the healing energy. That's I'm all about the healing, and healing is just unlearning and discovering who you are before the world got its hands on you, as Emily McDowell said. This one is just another light. This actually might be one of those prints again after I put too much water on the other page. But just mixing the blue and the pink just to see what happens, just to watch it and to relax. And this, again, cultivating more passion and more fire and more energy and more excitement. And not quite getting to the red because I don't want to raise my blood pressure or my heart rate or anything like that. But it is helping me to, it actually makes me think of sweets. Drumstick lollies makes me think of those. And now I'm starving for one. But it is making me want to feel powerful and beautiful and strong and compassionate and still like reminding myself that no matter what the hell I've been through, I've come out the other side full of love and full of compassion for others. And then this last one is just getting rid of all the crap, all the crap, getting rid of all the crap and just turning it into something powerful and strong. And I actually like to take these meditations and doodle over the top of them. Like in this, I see the beginnings of a forest. So I just found these there the other day, and I think I will cut this and bind them together, and then start doodling over the top. But it's just, they are wonderful exercises to do in general because it really doesn't take long at all. Like 5 minutes will do you this page, and it will get you you will be in that, your brain will be in that alpha mode so that your subconscious can process thoughts, all your experiences of the day. Excuse me a wee second. So your subconscious can process your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences from that day, conversations you've had. Do you know all that crap that your brain's like just before you go to sleep? If you are doing artwork for 10 minutes in the evening, that's what's happening. Your subconscious is doing that, but you don't have to hear because you're focused on something else. And because you're doing it with your hands as well, it is very beneficial. Studies aren't exactly sure why, but like they used to recommend basket weaving for soldiers who came home with shell shock, as we now know as PTSD. Again, excuse me, I need more water. So you get the brain in that alpha mode. Your brain is able to process all of this efficiently. That in turn will help you to improve your sleep. Yeah, the pages themselves become meditations. Yeah. I can do like a separate meditation and then paint what I feel. But whenever you are focused and using your hands, it is a form of mindfulness, and your breathing will slow down because you're incredibly relaxed. And while you are not training like your thoughts and things like that, the color, you are aware of what is happening within you. So yes, these become meditations themselves, and I personally love it because, again, in that alpha mode. But once you finish your page like this, and I can work on like 3 or 4 pages at a time. So every time you finish a page, you get a boost of dopamine, a natural boost of dopamine, like the same chemical that is released whenever we exercise, when we have sex. Like you get that from completing a piece of artwork, which is why I highly recommend like working small. I like to work, this is an A6 journal, or this A4 folded over, but it's A5, essentially A5 pages. It's a wee bit bigger. If you're in the US, it's like a bit bigger than 5x7, but what is it? It's like 8.5 by 11. Is that US letter or is that A4? Does anybody remember? Anyway, it's a page folded in half. And then I was thinking of binding this, but since these are all like separate wee pages, I might, although I could, no, I'll cut this and I might use binding rings or stitch them together. Haven't quite decided yet, but I really enjoy doing these, and it means that you can control how much dopamine you're getting. So instead of like working out for 30 minutes and getting 1 blast of dopamine, you could create 3 layouts and get 3 blasts of dopamine. So I really love doing those, and I love that they are quick to do. And like doing this today and writing all the things that I am grateful for, oh my gosh, I felt class. I felt so good. I was like, yeah, my life is really good. I am really grateful for so much. And it is an excellent way to cultivate compassion, not just for yourself, but for others, because you really do have to think about the things that you're truly grateful for, even if it is just someone making you a cup of tea without asking. Like if you wanted it, just for like, here, I thought I could do with this. I'm like, oh, thank you. Something like that. And you can do wonderful things using color the association that we have. For example, a couple of weeks ago, I shared my kind of secret journaling technique. And do you see all the pink scribbles in the background here? This was me writing, like, what was it? It was goal getter habits that I wrote out on this. It is just super squiggly cursive writing. And it is how I journal whenever I am like ashamed of something or I don't want someone to be able to read it. Like, here is an example of a bit of journaling that I did. That is illegible, but it would make a great art background. And just by way of an example that I gave in last week's session in, what do you call it? The challenge. If you had an argument with somebody, writing down the details of the argument in like red pen, like the angry color. And then like, I'm just gonna, whoops, Jesus. Just doing an example. So I have not had an argument with somebody, but let's just make something up. So, oh my God, what a bitch. I can't believe what she said to me about blah, blah, blah. Scribbles. Then, oh, I don't know if this paper is going to hack it. Oh no, I should have thought about that first. I would normally add water if this was a watercolor page, but I don't think the page is strong enough. But I'm going to use this. It's a white paint stick. And then we can do things to this. We can manipulate the color and we can work through our angry emotions using creativity. And then I find that adding water is probably the best thing that you can do in this instance, because you are watching your words kind of intersperse with the water and just watching it flow and move. And that in itself is incredibly relaxing. And oh, I had a different color on that bloody paintbrush earlier. So let me just see. And then this in turn would make an excellent background. And if you feel that you are over whatever the heck happened in your argument, you can use that as a background for your own art. You can paint over it using gesso and then just layer on top of it like we did with this. I ended up making marks over the top of it. Is that back to front? No, that way up. So have you ever added rubbing alcohol? No, I haven't, but it is the same kind of effect because Sharpies are alcohol ink. So it would be the same with this. These are alcohol inks. So if I added rubbing alcohol, it would kind of have a similar effect. It would be very, very good. I did the secret coloring technique today when making a picture to go on my wall. Oh, brilliant. That's fantastic. So this became a background. The secret journaling technique was already done over a painted background I had already done, but just kept and left it my butt. So I did the journaling technique, added a bit of white either side, used paint sticks to do a little mark making, and then we just glued a drawing that I had just lying around. I also do like random line drawings of flowers, cut them out and save them for such times as this, whenever I just wanted to create a layout quickly. So I absolutely love, yeah, it is like a montage of your emotions, and it is a wonderful way to work through feelings quickly. And it is probably my favorite form of therapy, because there are things that are too difficult to talk about sometimes. Doesn't matter who it's with. There are just things that we cannot verbalize. And while we can think about them, we can write about them. We may not want to see the words on the paper, so doing that actually really helps. So whenever I am doing my scribbles, I am, because I could easily just do it all one over the top. So, oh, I don't have a sentence, but let me see. So, oh, sorry, camera is this way. Let's go with, there's a badge in front of me that says Invisible Illness Club, so I'm just going to write that. So that's an INVISIBLELL Try flipping deciphering that, geniuses. That says Invisible Illness Club. But I just kept writing and I just kept scribbling. So here is my name. 30B. And you can't really see that. So you can use this in so many different ways. You can write your sentences packed together. You can space them right out. And you can do it in any way you want. And do you remember in our very first session, whenever we did the eyes closed drawing, and then we did the mark making within just to create a piece of artwork? You can do the same thing here, just with making marks. So not only have you kind of expelled this BS from your brain, but you can turn it into something incredibly beautiful and something that you don't actually mind looking at. And you can end up really and truly being grateful for the experience because you have learned from it. I became an art therapist because crafting and art was so deeply personal to me, and it was so incredibly helpful in my healing process. And it is so important to me to spread that. Like I said in my challenge last week, like, I do not give a flying fart who you voted for. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what gender you identify as. If you are in darkness, you are in darkness and you need help. And I would like to be that help. And then you can then like just jump off random doodles for the sake of random doodling. And I really like doing spirally things. I don't know why. So, all right, that was just me farting about writing my name over and over and over again. And this is kind of reminding me of a chocolate chip cookie. Yes, please. So we can use secret journaling technique to really get to the heart of a problem, like one that I was talking about at the beginning of our session today. And even if you have never, even in 20 years, said it out loud, you can write it down. And I know that because I've done that. It's so much easier for thoughts to just flow out your hand than out your mouth. Sometimes the words just don't come. And it is so vitally important that we become comfortable with unpacking those boxes, because it enables healing, which in turn enables us to become stronger and braver and smarter and better every single day. So I just want you to know that you are so appreciated for being here. I absolutely love it. Jackie Russ, if you have got any examples of you, I forgot about this. I'm an agent. If you have any examples of your artwork with rubbing alcohol and Sharpies, I would love to see them. I've actually seen a couple of ladies who have created cushion covers because it's permanent. And I think it is so beautiful. It's like watercolor cushion covers, except it's done using Sharpies and watercolor ink, and it is really beautiful. And even if you use like oil crayons, using baby oil and a Q-tip is a wonderful way to blend them. So there are many things that we can do, and it's very important that we experiment and have fun with it. And I would absolutely love to see your picture in the group, and I hope it really helped you. I really do. And I hope I'm so pleased that folks are showing up every week, and my usual suspects. I'm so thrilled, and like every time you come back, I'm like, oh yes. So I've even, like, you've been written about in here. I'm really grateful for you. I truly am. And the gratitude jar, it is something I haven't done before. Not the jar, but I do have a journal, my gratitude journal, and it is packed. It is just packed full of things I'm grateful for. Usually it's the cat keeping me company, getting cups of tea, just being well looked after and being loved, phone calls with my granny, that kind of thing. The small things, because it really helps us to cultivate a real love for the simple things in life. And it reminds us that we can bring joy every day to our lives from the really simple things, like seeing a ladybug. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite things ever. So I'm just going to let someone else in the group. Oh, I'm so thrilled as well. Last week I was just like, yeah, when we get to 600 members, I'll do a giveaway. Holy flip, when I looked at the numbers, we were at like 607. So I am going to be announcing a new giveaway very soon. I think I've just ordered the last of the giveaway prizes from our challenge. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. If you have no questions, then I will let you go, because I do truly appreciate your time. And for everyone in America, have a lovely, lovely rest of your Sunday. I know if you're in Australia, you're already in Monday by now. Yep, Monday morning. Early Monday. Ugh. No, I'm only kidding. I actually really love Mondays because it's the start of my week and I can start working and figuring out. Actually, I'm going to be this evening figuring out what I'm doing. Stacey, I'm so thrilled that you were able to join us. I really am. It's so lovely to connect and see everybody. Oh, let me see. I just want to make sure that I haven't missed any comments because there's a very slight delay on this software that I'm using. So let me look. In your live video. Yeah. That's me. Wendy, thank you so much for joining from Texas. Lisa, thank you so much. It was so lovely to see you. Hey, Joe, thank you. Oh, yay. Oh, it is really brilliant to see you. I really am grateful. And if you make your gratitude jar, hey, Anita, it's lovely to see you as well. If you make your gratitude jar, or even if you start just cutting up your pages or painting them, please feel free to snap a photo and share it in the group. Whenever I do announce the next giveaway, the way we choose our winners is the people who are active, who we see the most, like the names we recognize. And then Sandra, my assistant, she will put those into a website called randomnamegenerator.com. I think it's like a wee spinning wheel, and she just hits a button and it randomly chooses a winner. So I want to incentivize you to take action to care for yourself, because I know it's not always easy and we're not always motivated to do it. So just like I said last week, we cannot rely on motivation because it is so highly linked to our emotions. Willpower will get you so much further, but having a wee boot up the arse every so often isn't a bad thing. And just thank you so much, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.